In this video, we're going to describe how to connect this machine to air and power. First of all, this is our air connection location, and this is our power cable. So we're going to describe now. So we have here a connection piece. This is the quick disconnect for the air. So you need to attach some kind of hose to it. This is the hose we attached for our test piece. We use this piece for the testing. So this is our quick disconnect, and this hose is here 3/8. So you can connect the 3/8 hose. If your other hose is bigger, you can make an adapter here to attach it, connect it to the larger hose. Now we're gonna attach our air hose. We push it in. It sits there tightly, and we connect it to our main air system. So we connect it to the main air system in here. Now we are going to check the air pressure, which is 6 bar or 90 psi. That's what we want. Anything less than 4 bar or 60 psi is not going to work. So we need something above 4 bar or 60 psi, something in the range of 90 psi on this machine. This is our pressure checker. Now we're going to connect the power cable. We already connected here to our test system, L1, L2, and L3. We're going to turn on our power. Turn on the power, 215 volts. And one of the cables is for ground. This green and yellow is for the ground. Now we're going to come to the machine. We're going to turn it on. The light came on inside. The machine is up for running. You're ready for running. We see the run sign there. Now we're going to check the clamps. This is the vertical clamp. When we press it, we see the clamp moving up and down. We clamp it down, and this is for horizontal clamp. So it's also engaged. The vertical clamps have to be clamped for a blade to come up. Now we're going to come to that in a second. Now, in our first run, we want to do a quick press, quick start and stop. Start, stop. We stopped. So we want to see which way the blade is turning. We're going to wait for a while until the blade is almost at the stopping point. As we can see, the blade is turning in the wrong direction, which is turning this way. There's another, you will see a sign on this side of the machine showing you which way the blade has to turn. The blade has to turn, when we look at it from this side, it has to turn counterclockwise. So we're going to make the correction. We come to our power source. We switch any two of these 3 wires. We take 2 wires and swap them. So what we're going to do here, we're going to disconnect this wire from here and this gray one from here. We're going to switch their places. We did that. This is the gray used to be connected to this source in here. Now the black is connected and the gray is connected to this black wire. So we are all set. We're going to check the blade one more time. I'm going to turn on the machine. Turn on the machine. So we're going to turn on the machine. And the power is on. We do again a quick start and stop. And stop. Let's see which way the blade is turning. So it's turning in the correct direction. So we are done. Now we can start using the machine. Let's check the clamps. Now one more thing. We are cutting by the aluminum. You need to put coolant into this bottle. This is your coolant bottle. And to adjust the coolant spray, you need to open this door. And there is the coolant head. And there's a knob that you can turn either way to adjust the spray amount. And this is the blade cabin here. These two are the coolant hoses. I'm gonna close the machine. Again, let's run the machine. Now everything is set. We can bring the blade up for cutting. First, we have to engage the clamps. Start. Then, when to press this button and this button with two hands, one left and one right. When to press them both at the same time. So we're going to do that in the next step. Now I'm pressing the two buttons together at the same time. I can just bring the blade just enough for material and release the two buttons and it will be just fine. Let's say I'm cutting and I finish the cutting at the material, I release the buttons so the blade goes down. This is it. This completes our brief introduction to how to use this machine. You need to also connect the conveyors on either side of the machine. Let's turn this off. When turning this off, you should see the light going off. After that, of course, the machine takes a little bit time to calm down. It has a controller inside. It starts the machine slowly and then turns it down slowly. This is our soft starter. It is adjusted for a certain amount of time, start and stop. I would recommend not to play with these. Do not play with these, please, because if you play with these and change them, you will see the thermal breaker kicking in depending on the voltage you have in your facilities. So we set this one for the voltage we have here, which is 216 volt three-phase, and it works just fine. So if it was up a little bit, means it would take longer time to start, and this would cause this thermal breaker to kick in.